Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about back here. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton.
We've got high hopes for this What a pleasure to... The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Swing and a miss with that hook. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
How did he absorb that hook? There's a counter shot. Fight so far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Counter punch right up the middle. Nice job by him to block that jab. He wanted action, and they are delivering. Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That hook doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different? Let's get it started in round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Catch and shoot. We'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss with that jab. Good counter punching. Nice counter. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Perfect counter shot. And he scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. They exchange punches. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw, There's the bell to start round 4. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. They both want the knockout. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed... On to the 5th we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Swing and a miss with that hook. How about that time counter shot? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that straight left. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got Welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tail of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's only 179 centimeters tall with the Rock. Oh. This expectations. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That's another scoring shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that hook. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Nice counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. A perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
And there's the bell for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Got him there. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. That swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Catch and shoot. Rocky Marciano in trouble. Do you believe this?
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he?
Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down.
Is he out? Is he going to move? Is there a twitch? 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. He's been knocked. There's the bell for round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They blocked the left there. Hey, those punches add up. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. That counter shot lands. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. And he scores with the counter. Insane action. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it was like 2 different leagues.
You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
There's the bell to start round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. He threw a punch and just got countered. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Perfect punch. That hook just can't find the target. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that.
Back together.
On to the 5th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. How about that time counter shot? how much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. And he misses with that straight left. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Borderline disaster. On to the sixth round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Another scoring shot there. That uppercut's blocked. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might. And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Holding nothing back here in the round. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Good counter-punching. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down?
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that. And they're back at it again here in round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well done with that counter shot. Both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Those counter punches have to hurt. Out of the way of that right hook. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise there.